Rabba. Salam alaikum. I'm Missy Crutchfield with Gandhi's Bee magazine and the Gandhi Global Center for Peace, and very, very proud and honored to be partnering with Egyptians Abroad for Democracy Worldwide. January 25th almost killed the dreams of a generation of young people. Almost, I say, because you can't kill the resilience, the human spirit of some of the most amazing people in the world, the Egyptians. So what happened has taught us that we must fight, non-violently though. We must continue that peaceful fight. That what happened when people were protesting for freedom of speech and non-violent work and meetings, and the massacres happened, that you cannot let that kill you, that people may die, but the spirit and the movement will not. We will just get stronger because the people will win. I ask a question of America because we're a country that other countries look at, the Egyptians look at, and they say, we want a democracy like America. We have a gold standard of democracy here. So when we do this and inspire people and young people to use their social media and their voices and their pictures and their Facebook like we have here, in belief that they can win true democracy like we have here, and then something so horrible like Rabba and Tahir and the massacres happen, and America does not stand behind democracy and allows an illegal coup, a dictator, to take over, and we are silent, there's something wrong. So I ask my country, why are we not standing up against this dictator and standing up for the first time ever elections that happened in Egypt? America, where are you? Why are we letting mainstream media tell lies? Why are we not asking our media to tell the truth? Why are we siding with one version of justice? One country, perhaps justice for that country, but not for another. If justice is for justice and democracy is for all, as we have in America, then it should be for all God's children. An illegal coup is not democracy. This past Monday, we celebrated Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. A man who did such great things for this country, who led us out of oppression, from slavery into the civil rights movement. Dr. King's voice spoke, yes, for the African American people, for our minorities, but his message was for all God's children. He led the people in this country out of what was the American apartheid. And we celebrate his holiday, and we lift up our people, and we use this example in his life as an illustration for the world that democracy is good for all people and it's good for the world. Yet we side with Israel, an apartheid state, and allow what happened to the Palestinians and Gazans to go on and turn our backs on that, like we've turned our backs on the Egyptian people. That is not democracy, that is wrong. And Sisi has blood on his hands for the Palestinians for blocking the Rafah crossing. And Sisi has blood on his hands for the thousands of people over the days of massacre, for killing them, for freedom of speech, for trying to stand up for what? Equality of life? Sisi killer, Sisi killer. And yet we allow an Egyptian American, Mohammed Sultan, is dying now. January 25th, a year ago, he started a hunger strike. Obama, America, we're letting our people die. We're letting God's children die merely because they want the same things that we have here. They want safety for their children. They want food for their families. They want a livelihood and work. It's what we demand here. We should demand it for all God's children. And our brothers and sisters with Al Jazeera, Free AJ staff. I'm so proud of Al Jazeera. Thank you for telling the truth. Thank you for showing us that we can speak truth to power, and we need to follow behind them with our hashtags on our Facebook, on our Twitter and Instagram. Follow each other, increase the movement. The people will win. Free AJ staff, free Sultan, free Gaza, free Egypt. Rabba. We work with Mahatma Gandhi's grandson, Arun Gandhi, and he shares wonderful stories about independence in India and a story of the Mahatma that speaks to all of us. One of my favorite sayings that Gandhi said, First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. We will win. We will win. Now, I'm trying to learn some Arabic, so if you would please help me with this, and I'm going to try to pronounce it right, but Yaskid, Yaskid, Hakum Aliskar. Yaskid, Yaskid, Hakum Aliskar. Brava.